Hello, RB Bass Angler Bob Truska here. Just want to talk to you real quick about jigs and jig trailers. As you know, with the trailers, there's a ton of different types of trailers. You got your craws, you got the either single or double tail grubs, creature baits that you can put on there, and then the plastic port chunks. And if you still got them, hoarding these, hanging on to them. I got some old original pork chunks. But sometimes when you're fishing the jig, and the fish want a reaction bite, and they want it to fall a little quicker through the water column, if you're going with these larger ones or the tails, it slows the bait down. It doesn't fall through and get that reaction bait that you want, or bite. And so the chunk is a little less buoyant, little less water resistant, but still adding a little life to the back end of that. And so when you put it on there, it's still got some legs kicking, and like I say, because it's not as bulky, it's going to fall a little quicker. But the problem with this is, and I'll show you on this right here, whether you're using the plastic or the original, if you have them, is when you make a cast, hits the water, thing slides down, spins around, hangs up on your hook point, and bass hits it, you got to drive it through all that, and it's not going, it's all spiraling down, it's not working the way you want. So to keep this up, you can slide a piece of used worm on here, and that'll hold it in place, but it's adding a little more bulk and a little more buoyancy, so it's not falling as quick. So a little trick that I learned was get some pipe cleaners, and a little package here. This one's got some red, used to be green and white. But anyway, you could take that pipe cleaner, put it on there, just wrap it around, get it on there, as many turns as you think that you need to kind of lock it up in place. And depending on how thick the foot of the plastic is, or your original pork, just wind it up so it's just kind of, hold on, I put one more turn on there. That'll kind of keep it up, and I can slide that down a little bit so when a bass hits, it's still going to get a good hook set. That's going to kind of keep that thing locked up. And then take a pair of cutters, trim that off, you're good to go. Another benefit to using this is, because it's not adding the bulk, so it's still going to fall quick, is if you got colored ones, or in this case a white one, you can get a spike it pen like this and put chartreuse, the orange, red, whatever color, and you can add a little flash to the center of your jig when that skirt flares out. If it hits the bottom, they don't grab it right away. You get a little flash in the center there of whatever color you decide to use. And in addition to that, I love the Procure gel, and I'll put a good dab of that on here and smear it into the fiber, and it's there the whole day. At the end of the day, when I take my gear and start putting it away, my fingers are still getting covered with it because it gets into that fiber of the pipe cleaner. So just a little tip to share with you. Hopefully it helps you out on your next trip out using jigs. Thanks for checking in with RB Bass.